what did the prophet Moses tell us? That we shall go to the enemy for the want of all things. So you have a choice of what you want to go to the enemy for.
Nice.
You know, you say that you're going to accept all the evil, you have to make a choice. You know,
it's live again. Nah. Little technical difficulties. Hey, we facing the elements, man. But the spirit was turning them too. You know, on these dudes, man. You know. If you remember what you said, Elder, you know you can say it again.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's just that the Lord is showing us who is who in these last days and times, man. You know, because we go into that season of harvest when the works of man will be revealed. You know. Lord, Yahushua said he's going to reveal it in his due season.
Yep. Yes, that's what the elder said. He said you should know them by their fruits, man.
That's right.
And we starting to see it. And we can see it easy because that's our senses is being exercised, man. That discernment. Because we trying the spirit by the spirit according to the word. And if you can get that scripture real quick, bro.
This is Sirach chapter 12, 27, and verse 5. It says, the furnace proveth the potter's vessels. So the trial of man is in his reasoning.
The trial of men is in his reasoning. So when you get put in these situations, the Lord wants to see how you're going to react. Have you learned from all this, the scriptures, man? Wisdom and knowledge, you know? See, the wisdom, you get the wisdom from the scriptures, but the knowledge is or am I saying it backwards, but knowing how to apply it, what you've learned, you know? They don't know how to apply the scriptures to certain situations, man. Because
they're refusing it. They're refusing to do so. That the apostles of great wisdom, the elders have put out there, it's basically a library. Any question you want to get answers to, just go in the comment box from the apostles, go to Jesus' hands, and you get the perfect answer to your questions. But they choose not to do that. They choose to go in the way of pride, and then what happens? Get called out on it, and then they keep changing their stories.
Yeah, you see, and that's why I mentioned Captain Cesario. No, whoever the other guy was, when the woman asked him that, she talking about we don't know what's in it. You know what I'm saying? The jab. He gonna say, all right, let me ask you a question. Where do you get your water? See how they do? They don't even answer the question. You gonna ask with another question, try and trip somebody up. You know, but. And as the elder said, Moses said we should go to the enemy for the want of all things. Does that mean you just take whatever he give you?
Now let me read this real quick. This is a book of Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive.
Right. Now does that mean, because the scriptures say we're going to eat our food defiled amongst the Gentiles, right? Yeah. Does that mean then, all right, our food already fucked up, now I can eat whatever I want? See, it's about what spirit are you in, man?
That's right.
There's a different spirit for the righteous and the wicked.
Yep.
There's a different way that the righteous is going to conduct in these times. Because the scriptures say that, what, they was not deceived, they did not bow to the image of the beast, or take his mark. You see? The righteous, the elect, of the Most High is going to conduct themselves in a certain manner.
Yeah, the Lord has already given us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says what? He already told that you're going to go to the enemy for the want of all things. You go to the grocery store. Who owns it? Esau owns it. Who owns the transportation company? He owns it. You look on the aisle. You're going to get processed food, or you're going to get organic. You know they're both contaminated. You know you got to. You're choosing the less of two evils. And that's a hard line to walk. And you have to understand it's a situation the Lord put us in. You know you're not supposed to eat pork. Would you go to the aisle that has a pork in it and just go pick the pork? Right. You know you have chicken on the other side. Wouldn't you walk around and get the chicken or the fish or the beef or the lamb?
Right, all these options. But
they're still contaminated. At the same time, they're lawful. So what's the problem with our people, man?
Yeah. And these so-called leaders too, man. But did you ever finish Maccabees?
No. Console.
Yep.
This is 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the Most High.
That's important, man. Because everybody got a spirit. But you got to try them whether they are of the Most High. That's what you people, you don't hold weight into that part of the verse right there, man.
How do you try the spirits? It's with the words.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like your guidebook. When you go to the store, you know what is lawful to eat and what is not lawful.
Yep.
You know what you can eat, what is dangerous to you, and then you choose to ignore it and go to something else that's a better choice. You know.
And you know how they used to wear them bands with what Jesus do?
Yep.
They ain't not considering all that. See, remember, it's the elect is the ones that's following the Lamb whithersoever he go. If they follow him in the spirit.
Yep.
These people don't know how to follow in the spirit. They don't even know how to follow what's written in the book, man. They start twisting it to their own will, man.
Yeah, man. And the Lord makes it easy for you that when you go to the grocery store, they have the list of ingredients listed on the back.
Right.
So what's the excuse not to read what's on the list?
That's right.
I don't know if brothers peeped it, but the spirit had that truck. Remember that car last week came back and said, hey, y'all ISUBK? You know what I'm saying? Then Jake, he asked us if we was ISUBK, the one who listened to us stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then the very next week, or during that week, we see all this stuff coming out about them, man. And we had to put that distinction that, nah, we're not them, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know? It's a reason why we do that there, but the people that's unlearned, they gonna say we hate, or we started division. Well, it's a reason that there is division, man.
Right.
And a lot of these other camps is set up for the undesirables to go into.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me get this precepts lock here. I keep interrupting. This is book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Wow. And that's, see, you're a sinful man, but you pop out there and say, what law did I break? Is there a law saying I shouldn't take I don't need the jab? You know? But look, even if you didn't say it, but you saying you said it, then you're going off, man. Even if you didn't take it, but you saying it, so you're going off. But they want to look for the law. See how they try to look for a loophole? They try to find an excuse according to their own will to keep their thing going.
Didn't the Lord Yahushua say our body is a temple?
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, why you think we don't smoke?
Right.
You know? I need to see, somebody actually said that. I need to see it written down that thou shalt not smoke weed. That's how simple our people are. And then, but that shows you really how much they don't fear the Heavenly Father. Mm-hmm. You know? Because look, I was watching a video of the Elder Apostle of Ramblog, you know. He said that because he went back to what Apostle I said. Now, say if you can take out the mark when you get it, you know what I'm saying? You want to tempt the Lord that way? You know, after what it said about the judgment? See, you shouldn't be trying to tempt the Lord. You should always play it safe when it comes to the Lord, anchoring the Lord.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's why when you look at the fruits I've taken this jab, I was like, you know what, Lord, you're the only one that will have mercy on them. No matter how much prayers you send up, it's in the Lord's hand to decide who's going to have mercy on you.
Right.
You know, like all my family members already took the jab. So poor Reed already took the jab.
Damn.
So I'm just driving around pissed off and angry. I'm like, you know what, hey, that's on them. The Lord's going to heal them. But at the same time, you know, how the hell you would have making love to a woman, you sucking on that spike protein. So that's how, you know, it just makes you feel so angry, man, you know. And then when you go on these so-called social media pages like dating profiles, you see fully vaxxed.
Yeah.
Pfizer gang. You see
That shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, nope.
They're best friend say, don't DM me, don't message me unless you're vaccinated.
And then you go to the job and then they tell you, though, you gotta take the jab and all that stuff, you know. So it's just sad, you know what the world is coming into. But at the same time, I said, man, the Lord, you gotta be happy about it. And the Lord is basically making that gate narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower.
Drawing that line, man. You know, what side you gonna stand on?
Yep.
As for us, we're gonna serve the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yep. This is 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Jumping down to verse 6. We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us.
See? He that knoweth the Most High is going to hear us, man. When we try to tell people, yo, you don't know the Lord, they get offended. But we just telling you the truth.
Right.
Because if you knew him, you would have listened to what we were saying.
That's right. It says, hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error.
See? A lot of you people got the spirit of error on you, even if you're an Israelite, man. That's why the scripture says that same spirit is on you that worketh that we used to have, that spirit that worketh the spirit of disobedience, if you will. The children of disobedience, Salaki. You know? Yeah, get that for me real quick.
It's Ephesians 2:1. And you have ye quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
That just proves that there was a certain way that was not right. And we used to walk in that way. So all that come as you are, you can do. No, you were going off the Lord. If you didn't change, you was under the sentence of wrath that you was about to get your head lobbed off soon. You know, keep going.
According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
See, that spirit steps that now worketh in the children of disobedience. That's why we call you the 2/3. That you are of your father the devil, and the lust of him ye will do. You're doing what your enemy, the so-called white man, wants you to do, and you think that you're in a good case. But that's the spirit of disobedience. Y'all be, when we told you the spirit, if all brothers in one mind saying, yo, you shouldn't do that, that's the way the spirit is going right now.
That's right.
You want to go against that, now you are being disobedient, man.
That's right.
You know?
Verse 3, it says, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, and the lusts of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
We're by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But we got cleansed from all that.
Yep.
The water to Yahweh, while Yahweh shot.
That's right.
You know? See, we was under that sentence, that judgment. You know, that cloud of death walking over us, man. You know, and then we got taken right out of that, man. Because look, if you don't got the Lord's mark, then you done up.
That's right.
Lord willing, we got the Lord's mark on us. Where the angels, it said, touch not, hurt not them men.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
But can you read that last verse again?
Verse 3, it says, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, and the lusts of
we understand. That's why we can tell y'all, see, you get offended, but we can tell y'all you going off, because we did the same thing. You know?
It says, in the lusts of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh.
You see what it's all rooted in. The lust of the flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh. Why do you think everybody getting jabbed up? Even people that, you got people that was, I swear, I did the video a year ago. And I did it because I was looking at the comments of this group from, you know, a neighborhood, you know, where I grew up at, right? All of them said they wasn't going to take it. I'm like, wow, you know? But they're singing a different tune nowadays, man. Because now they got their jobs threatened. All right, they just probably got a new whip. All right, they planning on getting a house. That's what so that fear is more rooted in losing that than losing that relationship with the Heavenly Father. And they fear that because, and that's how you know who they believe God is. They fear the so-called white man, so that's his God. They don't fear the Lord. They act like they do, but they don't do anything that he say. That's why Yahweh Shah said, why calls me Lord, Lord, and doeth not none of the things that I say, man. And he's telling us, hey, if this man is the devil, don't do it. Don't trust him. Now, like let our people say, everybody's taking that potion. If we ask them, is the so-called white man the devil, they bet not say no. Because if you say yes and you still took it, who pity the charmer, man?
That's right.
You know?
It says, Ephesians 2 and 3, continuing on, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
Yeah, we're by nature. That's why we had to be born again. You born of a woman, you born in of death, which the opposite is being born of the spirit.
That's right.
All right? Because obviously we wasn't transformed yet, man. But right now we can say that we're born of the spirit.
That's right.
And that's what's going to lead to that's the beginning of the transformation. If you got that same spirit on you, when the Lord makes his return, that's when you're going to get translated.
Right.
What is it? We should be
That's right. That's right.
It was translated con.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But these people think they just gonna be translated just because they say they believe. No, man. You ain't doing none of the things to prepare yourselves. Flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right, man. Said. Yup. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption.
Right.
And they're corruptible. But the only way to be incorruptible is to have that incorruptible spirit upon you. This is verse 4. It says, but the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Yahweh Shai. By grace ye are saved.
By grace, man. You know, and look, we're not using this period, this grace period, for maliciousness, man. We using it for what it's that period, that time. We using it to redeem the times, man. Because the days are evil. All right, y'all thinking that it's stuff getting back to normal. The government, they gave us all this money to help us out. Now they sustained us for a minute. Now they gave us a jab so we can go back. Oh boy, you know, like our people's reasoning is completely nuts. You know this man is your enemy. But to fulfill how they want to feel, they throw a blind eye to it. So let's go back to Maccabees real quick to finish that off. You know, because we want to show you the spirit that you're supposed to be in, the spirit that we are in, man. You know?
This is 2 Maccabees 6:21. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the men, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
Yeah, so pretty much what happened was they was like, look, all right, you ain't gonna eat it. But see, they understood his stature. They understood that he was well favored. That's why you people that's leaders, you got a responsibility, man. All right. But anyways, they recognized it, so they said, look, go eat your own meats. You know, we'll make it look like it's this meat. Because what? They want to get you. That's why you think that they paying out all these TikTok creators or these like just athletes, you know, entertainers to push it, because they're what you known as, or what is called, influencers.
That's all it is, man. Chicks always gotta sell Subway sandwiches, sell Popeye's chicken, Burger King, and all that stuff. You know, eating a bun that's not organic. It lasts for years without decaying. You know? And that's the mindset. You know, that's the mindset of this elite towards our people to market their poison.
Yep. And then you got, that's why anybody that's an Israelite that's consenting to this man's way, we looking at you funny. We've been looking at you funny. Because the scriptures say mark them, which cause divisions. It's contrary to the doctrine which we have learned. Yep. All right, now go ahead.
It says, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
Yeah, make as if he did eat of the flesh sacrifice from the king, man. Go ahead.
That in so doing, he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. It says, but he began to consider discreetly, and as...
So check it. They said that you may be delivered from death, man. So is your life worth betraying the Lord? The life that was linked to you, is that worth betraying the Lord? See, when the scriptures say that, what is the whole duty of man, you gotta take that serious, man. Hey, the life that we lived according to our own flesh, but now we live to the Lord, man. You found that out? I think it's in the Apocrypha.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
It is Sirach chapter 4, verse 28, it says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
See, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Just like when the brother had mentioned the three holy children, you know, they said, look, we ain't careful to say this unto you.
God, I appreciate it. This is Daniel chapter 3, verse 15. Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornets, flutes, harp, sackbuts, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hands? Verse 16.
See, what they doing is they challenging the power of the Lord right there. So it's your duty as a believer to have faith in the Lord.
That's right. Verse 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. And verse 17 also says that if it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king.
Yeah, they say if it be so, meaning if the Lord's will, he can deliver us out of that, you know, that burning fiery furnace. Because he gonna say, hey, who gonna save you? What power is gonna save you from my hand? Hey, well, if it's the Lord's will, we can still be saved, man. The scripture say that the Lord's hand is not shortened, or it says it's the Lord's hand shortened that he cannot save. No, he can save us from any situation, which is why we read these type of stories, man. Right. Which I'm sure the scribe Eleazar understood. You know, when they posed that question to him, talking about you gonna save him from death. Who do you think you are, man? And that's why the Lord gonna deliver. Hey, at the end of the day, we don't know if we the chosen. We don't know if we the chosen, but we know that the Lord gonna deliver Israel.
That's right.
A remnant of Israel, man. He said for his own name's sake. Well, Moses will plead or intercede for Israel to the Lord, and you know what he used? He said these other nations, they're gonna say you sent your own people out here to kill them, or these other their gods have done this and that and that. He used that when he pleaded to the Lord, and the Lord spared Israel, man.
It's Isaiah 59:1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear. Because that's how you get delivered, through prayer. You know, in order to get that salvation, you got to pray to the Lord, you know.
One thing I've noticed is that brothers are praying more and more and more, because that heavy spirit of being in the presence of the Lord is coming upon brothers.
Yeah, that's the spirit that I brought that up, because one of the videos which I couldn't upload was I got a strike, you know. But the intercessor. But I was reading Yahushua, he had said, Satan has desired to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for thee. You know, so Yahushua prayed for us. And what you think he's doing right now on the right hand side of the Father? Right. Still praying for us, man. And then but he said, when thou art strengthened, when thou art converted, so like you strengthen our brethren. You know? So hey, we should do the same likewise for our brethren. Cause look, say we've been in certain situations, right? And then the Lord delivered us out of it. That's right. That's a faith booster. You tell that testimony to another brother, that boosts their faith. You pray for the brothers, because the prayer of the righteous goes a long way, man. That's right. You know? Mm-hmm.
This is King David. This is Psalms chapter 51. After he went off, he prayed for forgiveness. I'm gonna get to the end of it. In the Psalms 51 and verse 12, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee.
Yeah, just like the Lord showed you. That's why it's called the sure mercies of David. He had to receive mercy because he went off. He had the same thing with Paul, who was his name was Saul. When he was persecuting the church, he was an example to others as well, man. That was going in the wrong way. You still have hope. You turn back.
They used to land back, like we read in Ephesians 2. We all were like Paul. We were in the world, and the Lord still gave us this truth. You know, even after all the wickedness that we were in, and in darkness, man. So the Lord still gave us this light. So now the Lord has shown us the mercy. Now we're freely giving it. Freely as we receive, freely give, man. Right? You know?
When you going back to the elder when he read Daniel, it said when that sack butt, whatever, when you hear that music, you fall down and worship the image. Now, if you want to equate that to today's time, when that mandate, FDA approved, now it's mandated everywhere. How you gonna show that you bound down to the image now is when you take that jab. Ultimately, the chip, you know. But you can equate it to these times, man. And then what? That fiery furnace, you can liken that to a rock, the furnace of affliction, a bad situation, man. Oh, now you out of a job. You got, you know what I mean? You can liken these things to you equate the scriptures, man. And then when you go to 2 Maccabees 6 and 7, it's the same situations, man. It's always no new thing under the sun. They're gonna always try to test. It was during times of great apostasy when a lot of people depart from the faith.
Right.
You know. That's why the scriptures say, when the Lord shall return, is he gonna find faithful there? Because everybody, you got a lot of Israelites now. But how it's gonna be looking like this? It's gonna be like, damn, to the point where am I the only man left? Type, you know what I mean? Nah, the Lord reserved these men, man. And we pray for the brothers that we know is sincere.
Right.
To you know, make it to the other side too. We don't know what brothers gonna be, you know? But we gotta rely on the training that we put in, you know what I mean? On straight up just faith. Just hey, whatever, no matter what, man. That's why I had the brother bring it out, man. Fight for the truth until death. Right. And the Lord gonna fight for you. If you believe in the Heavenly Father, then that's the Heavenly Father and His Son. You believe that the Son is on the right hand side pleading your cause. You know what I mean? As long as you don't deny Him, you do what He say. Right. Hey man, we got a chance out here, man. No matter what Esau look like he about to do, man. You know? Yeah, I know that nigga the devil. I know I ain't taking. Come on, why would I take it that Bill Gates said what he said? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. How stupid can you be?
Common sense. I was gonna say, if I can say this, you even got. Not only do we have the example from the scriptures, but you got these devils who actually show you what they're about to do before they do it. In these various movies, TV shows, all of those type of things clearly show you the agenda or the scheme of what's behind the scenes, man. You know, I remember the brother sent. I don't know if it was you that sent it on the chat. I remember you speaking on it. It's a show called Utopia. A show called Utopia, and I believe they had basically the same thing.
I did a video on that joint.
You did a video on it,
but prior to that. But the dude on that little clip summed it up pretty well. And real quickly, you know?
Yeah. And basically what the dude was explaining is that in the show, it was pretty much the same thing. They had an outbreak happen, you know, the whole time it was really a scheme behind it because the elites have more authoritarian motives, man.
That's that theocracy we was talking about, man.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what this place is ran off of.
Yeah, they kept going after the people that knew the puzzle, how to puzzle to the truth. They kept targeting those people. Have you seen Utopia? Have you read it?
Yeah.
Anyone that read it?
Not getting them out of there.
Boom.
Hey, you'll be crazy, man.
It was going from door to door, man, from house to house. So that's how it is, man. When they're going to be coming against the men of the Lord, man, you know, looking for avenues to shut down the truth.
I can also say another example was we always talk about it, but the movie I Am Legend with Will Smith. At the beginning of the movie, you had an outbreak of the measles virus. Then everybody got the measles vaccine. And there was like a calm before the storm. You know what I mean? Everything went back to normal. And then boom, a couple years later, everybody fucking zombies, man. You know?
That's a lie they told the people to take the jab.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing that that was their demise. That's what happens, man. You see a woman on the TV smiling and saying, you know, we found a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
I got the precept. Oh, you got something?
We don't finish like
God, this is Psalm chapter 64 and verse 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They consume They commune of laying snares privily.
See, this is what you people, you fail to believe that this dude is this diabolical, man. You know? But less than 50 years ago, what they experiment, they was like, all right, we need to know how this virus is looked untreated amongst these people. And they did the experiment. They had full authority to do it by they higher ups. Even like COINTEL, see you people, you think that they care about you, man. Even with COINTELPRO, guess who started that? The president himself, man. You see? But that's how they commune. They have think tanks where they think about, all right, what we gonna do to this people, with this people. They really believe that they got the authority to choose who lives and who dies. You know?
That's the mindset. They always want to interfere with the awakening of our people. That's all it is, man. Whenever they see that our people are about to start waking up, they gotta sow chaos. And what type of chaos? Controlled chaos, so they could divert our people's attention back into the zone of darkness. And that's what it is. The same old script, same old cycle. Anytime, you know, the men on the Lord are getting traction with the word online, all of a sudden, they want to shut down brothers' channel. They want to bring about strikes. And that's all it is, man. That's all it is. That's why these strikes are there. To hold back the truth. But the word has already gone out to the four of the earth. So.
That's how we know the end is always here, man. That's right. We're going to all the signs. Hey, man, it's crazy. The Lord is obviously showing that He's about to return into the earth.
Yeah, man. That's what He does, man. And then when he knows that he's losing, he put the bug out in his movies. Try to sow that seed of doubt in the minds of our people.
I can finish this up.
Oh, okay.
Psalm 64, continuing on, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Wow.
Now I'm going to skip to, well, I'll just read over it. Verse 7, point is in verse 8, it says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded.
See, we believe that the Most High is a righteous power. And that He's going to, like, wickedness is not, they're not going to win. They won't. So He said He's going to shoot at them. Go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. You know, and I just wanted to make, you know, just to make the point, further expound on the point, is that they're basically showing you in plain sight the agenda that and the scheme that they're already plotting. You know, and you would be an idiot to receive this poison, man.
Yeah, one of the ways that the Lord is destroying the covering cast, all right, which the covering is something that's concealing a matter, right? You know, and their whole goal is to make you not believe in the Lord. But one of the things that He's doing is having their own tongue fall among themselves. You got doctors coming out, you know, saying that not to do it. All right, they took their own studies. Man, I said that podcast. That one doctor was saying how he can't make blogs about COVID, or you can't talk about how to treat it because they only want you to treat it with the jab.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if you have other successful ways, no, you can't prove it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happens, man. That's what happens.
Yeah.
When you create a blog site, giving people the information, they call your internet service provider to take your page down.
They got that power, man. You know? So, but you can put it in the book because ain't nobody gonna buy the book. But you can't put it on a free platform, man.
That's all right. There's always a way. Come out here on the highways.
That's right, man.
That's right.
Because they taking the videos down, but we raw and uncut still out here, man.
That's right.
You know? Until they gonna want to say get them off the streets, man. They doing too much.
Do it the ancient way. The ancient way. You got a typewriter. You go pen, paper, and pencil. Pass out the flyers. You got a photocopying machine.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Is people think just because the reason why Esau ain't rolled on us yet is because there's not a lot of people listening. The moment it's like 50 Israelites at every camp listening, they're gonna shut it down, man. That's what you need to
They
understand.
start giving the excuses, public safety hazard, you know, all that stuff.
Social distancing. And all
But they
that.
did the same thing during the slavery times.
Yeah.
They did the same thing. Too many of them gathered together. It's a problem. That's why if you go to the hood, they got the no loitering, and they got the little. Sometimes you got the little security guard driving around.
Yep.
You know, they don't do that in Esau's neighborhoods.
No.
You know, but that should tell you something. All right.
It says, 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 23, but he began to consider discreetly, and as he became his age and the excellency of his ancient years.
Whoa, that's hard. He said he began to consider discreetly. This is his reasoning. Meaning they present him with this thing that may save his life. Now we need to figure out, is this lawful? Is this something that I should do or is not? Just like, right, we get presented with the opportunity to get a fake jab card. Hey, what is your reasoning? After you think about it, you consult, bro. Look, man, if it's me, I wouldn't do it. Because if they find it out, now you're committing a whole bigger crime.
God.
You know? Look, just say, hey, we're going to fall into the hands of the Lord.
Yeah,
That's right.
The grace period of forging documents was already over. So once upon a time, you know, that was kind of cool, but now it's not the time to engage in such activities.
Yep.
God.
We got to be blameless, man. But they're going to look to try to blame the ministry any way that they can. You know?
It says, and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made, and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straight ways to send him to the grave. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
See, he had his flock in mind, man. That's the definition of a true shepherd. One of the ones that the Lord would leave to watch or guide his sheep, man, his flock. All right, it says not. He said, send me to the grave, man, because it becomes not us. Hey, if one of these young ones, they will see it, and then they might think it's okay because I did it, man. So then, is that still not a sin? You didn't do it, but you made everybody else do it. See, that's what Esau think he be doing, man. But the Lord see you. He knows exactly what you did. Are you stupid? You think well, it didn't say in this law, so I guess no, ain't no, look, the Lord gonna judge you, man. He's the judge.
Right, that's right.
You know?
Yep. Verse 25, and so they, through my hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived.
Man, see, he called that hypocrisy, which it is hypocrisy. You know?
Yup.
He said then they should be deceived. That's the error of it. After he reasoned with himself, hey, man, it's not in the law, it's not against the law or not. But he was like, nah, when you, a spiritual man, that's why the scripture says a spiritual man judges for all things, man.
That's right.
You know? If you're able to make those decisions after you think about it, man.
That's right.
You know, slow that your heartbeat down a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Because when you're in a moment, you know what I mean? You can make rash decisions. That's why you ain't supposed to make decisions when you're angry or afraid. Just calm down, man.
Yep.
You know?
Say, he that's hasty in spirit exalted fallen.
So just calm down, think about it. You know, pray on it, man.
Yeah.
Fast on it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
God.
And,
Nah, it also says, he that slow to anger is he that slow to wrath is of a great understanding.
Now you good? Go ahead.
It says, shall be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable.
Wow. He had a good name. He didn't want an abominable name. All right. All the good that you did up until then, it will all be for naught if you was to bow down to that, man. You see? You got to endure until the end.
That's right. It says, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
See? Look, hey, you may have saved me for a little bit, but yet shall I not escape the hands of the Almighty. We fear the Lord more so than we fear these devils, man.
That's right.
And and we don't fear these devils. Now we understand that they got some control over certain aspects in our lives. Well, that's something that we're gonna have to just deal with. You know, the Lord is over him. If he sees fit that he wants us to be taken care of, then we're gonna be taken care of, man. He said the servant's gonna eat.
It says, wherefore
Now,
now.
what happened when we was in the wilderness and they was thirsty? He made the water come from a rock, man. You know? Believe on these things, man.
Right.
I'll finish this one, guys.
It says, wherefore now, manfully, changing this life, I will show myself such as one as my age requireth,
Right.
and leave a notable example to such as be young, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment.
See? He died for the law, so I thought it wasn't against the law, you know what I mean? But he understood that he was dying for the sake of the word, man. And guess what? We believe we know, I should say, that he's going to be saved, man. That man with that spirit. Because best believe he's doing the same thing in this day and age.
That's right.
You know?
Good precept. This book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 1, it says, dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savour. So doth a little folly him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. And that's what happens, man. You know, when you consider to be a man of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and these people see you acting with foolishness and folly, your reputation is going to be called into question. And that's what it's like in this truth. And that's the mindset of Eliezer. He understood of having integrity. That's what you have to hold on to. Switch up. Or the word Hamashiach says what? In John chapter 4, verse 24. You shall worship the Most High in spirit and in truth. No deception. You gotta be there on point.
See, that's what they are in spirit and in truth, because the Lord requires such to worship him.
Yep.
They don't know how to rehearse the righteous acts. You see what I'm saying? Because like, we're not under the law, so they don't know how to operate without strict, you know what I mean? Well, they don't know how to operate without seeing it, man. But we see it though, you know? But they can't do it in the spirit. That's the difference, man. But you had something, right? It's almost 5 anyway.
This is Job chapter 13, verse 15. It says, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him.
See? Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And I will maintain my ways before him, man. Go ahead.
He also shall be my salvation, for an hypocrite shall not come before him.
Wow, what we just read would have been a hypocritical act. And they not going to come before him, man. So don't think that you fooling the Lord, people. You know, if you one of these leaders that's yeah, I'm gonna take it, because you know how one of the things they was doing, and you know how when the president and all of them got their injections, a lot of them probably didn't get the actual thing that we gonna get. They probably got saline.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know,
placebo.
Yeah. And so how would you know? But you know, some of these people that's taking that bag, that's talking, they probably think that they spared. You know, I'm gonna do it, but I know it ain't. You know what I mean? They don't know.
Yeah. And then you look at the list of companies not requiring their employees to take the jab. You see the White House.
Yeah. The White House.
Pfizer, what else?
Yeah.
Are they going to start with the FBI to line up for the jab? CIA, State Department, everyone in Congress line up for the jab, mandatory, They put it right there by the doors of Congress. Get your jab before you come in for your session,
Man, that's
So
crazy.
it just shows the level of hypocrisy you got to deal with.
Hey, it ain't gonna be that dangerous that they gonna try to grab us up and bring us into their courts. I thought you needed to keep your distance, man. You shouldn't touch me. You know what I mean?
Like asking where is Utopia? Where's your proof of vaccination? That's sad, but what can you do, man? You gotta trust in the Lord, man. Because when I was watching that series Utopia, I was just laughing. I was like, God damn. I was like, this is us, man. We're going to be hunted. What can you do? Hey, you got to be happy about the hunt.
Hey, you had hey Job, what he say? He gonna take the good and the bad, man.
That's right.
You know, the good and the evil.
That's right.
You know, but you maintain your integrity when
right.
it comes to the Lord, man. Hey, see, people they know, they really know what the right thing is. They just afraid they putting something else above the Lord, man. And that's why the Lord said, no man can serve two masters, and He allowing this stuff to happen so that we gonna see who's for the Lord and who ain't, man. The Lord already knows, but He gonna make it manifest in the sight of everybody, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love Him.
See, when he is tried, he's going to receive the crown of life. See, we're going to be tried, man. If you out here thinking that you're just going to escape, see, that's the spirit that IUIC had their people in. They ain't going to have to endure this Jacob's trouble. Well, look at their ass right here in it, and they got to face a decision if they're going to lose their job or not. You see what I'm saying? You got to prepare people for these things, man. We was looking for this day. We seeing it, and we know what to do. We just got to go through it, you know? But we know, hey, look, when all this stuff popping off like it is, we know it's but a short time left, man.
And the Apostle Tahar talked about a year ago that brothers should prepare to be homeless. You know, get that mindset of losing everything for this gospel. You know, sacrificing everything of this world so you can gain salvation from the Lord outside.
Yep.
Because when you look at these homeless people walking back and forth every single day, every single week, you're like, you know what? It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult, you know, to face that challenge.
And where they get it from? We're actually going to get the kingdom.
That's right.
Here it is, they're suffering the straight difficult things, and they're going to be destroyed when the time to come.
Some of them,
Yeah.
maybe a majority. And you never know who the Lord's going to still save, man.
Yeah.
Hey, they might teach you the way out this month.
Some of our people that took the jab, they have taken the placebo too. So
Right.
they're thinking they're fully vaxxed, but not really.
Right.
Now they're going to take the booster shot.
Now we know what this is about, man. You know? But we seeing it, man. We seeing everything play out like the Lord said, which should give us more confidence in that our power is real, man. You know? So knowing these things, there's a certain way we're gonna conduct ourselves, man. Alright? Now brothers got anything else? Otherwise we're gonna wrap up. You got something now? Got what you quoted in John 4? You can grab it. I thought the elder had read it.
Let's read it.
Yep.
This is
You had something?
this book of John, chapter 4:23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
See, he said the true worshipers, man. Meaning the Lord knows he got these people that worship him with lip service. You know? He knows that there are some people that have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. But the true worshipers, they're going to follow him in spirit and in truth, man.
You hear the phrase before that, the hour coming.
The hour coming, and now is.
Yeah, the hour coming. So when we're faced with that trial, that's particularly that hour.
John.
When you're being put out there to declare your faith in Lord Yahushua.
Hey man, that's heavy, declaring your faith, man. It all boils down to that last stand.
Yeah.
You know? So who gonna do it?
Yeah. John chapter 10 tells you about it shall be brought before governors and magistrates. Know that stuff. But take thought of what you're going to say and how you're going to answer that, because the Spirit of the Lord Yahushua will vouch for you on that day. Not to bow the knee.
That's right.
To the image of Baal.
You done that?
It says, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is the Spirit. The Most High is the Spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Must. That's a requirement, man. You must worship him in spirit and in truth. And you can't do that without faith. You know? Right. You gotta trust in his word. You gotta trust in the church that the Lord's setting up. You know? Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to fake this test, man. You know?
You can't cheat it either.
Go ahead, brother.
Come on, this is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Because that's what we got our eyes on the prize, man. You know? But when the Lord comes back, that's the end right there, man. That's the end of our faith. Because we're going to see the Lord at that point.
Come.
But we're trying to be found with glory and praise when the Lord comes, man. So although the triangle of our faith is going to be tried with that fire, we thinking about the other side of that, man. The end result, like Yahushua did, man. You know? He said for the glory that was set before him, man. He took that shame, that pain. You know? We're going to have to do the same. We're going to close on this one.
Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
That's why I said hold fast to that which thou hast, man. You know? Because if you keep the word of his patience, he going to keep us from the hour of temptation. That's what we're looking for. Because we're going to need the Lord's Spirit to keep us from that, man.
That's right. Which shall come upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
See? Behold, I come quickly. The Lord coming quickly, man. Let no man take your crown. We got it right now, man. We got the truth. We believe in the true power, man. That's a fact. It doesn't matter what nobody say. You know what I mean? Even if we somehow stop speaking the same word, what we saying right now is the truth. And if you hold on to that till the end, you gonna be saved, man. You gonna be good as long as you continue in his ways, man. All right. So hey, with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. Till the next one, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem Hakudash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim, also fighting this good fight of faith, man. You know, teaching this word in truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners. I sincere shalom to you, Akim Akwaf, listening and learning as well. Till the next one, shalom.
Shalom.